Last time, one of my viewers, James, reached out and offered a place to stay if I traveled through Iowa. Stayed there a few days, repaired my clutch cable. Then I moved west and north towards South Dakota.
One thing I will always remember about Iowa, about 2 miles back, I was almost killed by a freaking deer. A big doe came bolting out of the median, like right there. And I grabbed a handful of brake and missed that damn deer at 76 miles an hour. I probably missed it about 2 feet. Luckily she kept going. But yeah, that was about as close a call as it gets. Full sprint, just out of the median from out of nowhere. I wish I'd have seen her up there in the road, but it looked like she was just bedded down the median, just decided to take off. Full sprint, right across in front of me. Had I not grabbed a handful, I would have ran right smacking into her and probably been dead. That was a big girl. Well, anyway, headed to Sioux City, Iowa to drop off a package and pick up another one. And then on through South Dakota. We'll see what happens. At this very spot in 1804, a journal entry was made. Captain William Clark. There is a great deal of elk sign. I think that's why they named this town Elk Point.
The sun was going down as I rolled through Freeman, South Dakota, and saw a sign on the side of the road that said City Park. I can't remember, but I went through the park and just did a brief overview of what was going on. And they had a campground, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go turn around and go back to Dollar General, grab some supplies for the evening and the morning, and turn around and come and strap my hammock to these trees here. And that's exactly what I did. It's a real shocker. What a surprise. What an interesting little town and park, and I got to experience submerge myself in Freeman, South Dakota. That was cool. So I'm sitting here editing video, trying desperately to catch up, and behind me it's a city park in Freeman, South Dakota, and it's so cool that I just decided I can't pass this up. This is a small community. There may be 5,000 people here, maybe. It's probably half that, but anyway, it's a large I'm guessing Mexican population, but they've got a community meeting going on over here. They were singing earlier. So they got a loudspeaker. I don't know if you can see it with this camera, but they're sitting under one of the pavilions over there. Over here, there's a ball game going on. I think it's girls softball. Over here, it looks like Freeman's Finest. I'm seeing a police truck there in the driveway, and that truck over there, he's sitting there talking to the guy on the lawnmower. I think that's Freeman's Finest. Anyway, it's just very, very quiet without the PA system going here. Without the lawnmower, it's very quiet. And oh yeah, there's 2 PAs. There's the Mexican community thing where they're singing, and then there's the PA for the softball game. It's Friday night. It's Memorial Day weekend. So anyway, but I've never had an experience like this. I'm in a freaking neighborhood. City park in a neighborhood, and there's nice houses all around, and then there's like a little trailer park over here, so it's kind of an interesting little mix community. But everybody that I've seen walking through here, kids playing in the park, everybody seems really happy. So maybe Freeman is a really cool community to be part of. I don't know. I've never seen this, so it makes me think there's maybe some forward-thinking people that are trying to make the best of living in rural South Dakota. Anyway, it's an interesting start to the evening. So I had a different strategy last night. Figured 20% chance of rain. Looked like if a storm did come through and bring some water, it was going to be just quick. Wasn't going to be drenching, so I just kind of put everything underneath the hammock, or the hammock and the tarp, dry bag. The things that are really important were protected in the dry bags, and me in my sleeping bag. Shoes, they'll dry out, but
you know, they weren't going to fill with water being under the hammock like that. Although I was tossing a good bit. Wind still pretty hard, blowing pretty gusty, but nothing like it was last night. It was just blowing stuff around. It was kind of crazy. But yep, I've got the remnants of my solder fail on the Tiger. That's kind of nice. It's my badge of shame right there. Most of it's come off. Maybe most of the rest of it will come off. No, maybe what's left. Maybe I can buff out. Yeah, that's awful.
After gulping down a big cup of coffee and some Asian breakfast noodles, I grabbed a shower, packed up all my gear, and headed out west towards the Badlands and the Black Hills for a few days.